Morning everybody, how are y'all doing today? I'm doing great myself because you know what, winter break is over, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because I just finished having my first day of classes and honestly I think this semester is going to be really good. And you know it's a good day if you have a good day at school. But yeah, putting that aside, today we are going to be taking a look at a bit of an older video from back when PlayStation first teased that they were going to be making a counter to Game Pass. And of course, this video comes from the amazing Lucas. I figured let's go ahead and take a look at a classic. Also, you guys voted for it on the community tab. So yeah, without further ado, let's find out how Game Pass was destroyed by PlayStation Plus 2 years before it came out.
I just had to put this out here. For all the idiots. Game Pass, Lucas! Game Pass, Lucas! Xbox got Game Pass, Lucas! What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I put this on my Instagram, but I figured I'd rub it in your fucking face on YouTube as well. What did I tell you?
I mean, yeah, it was awesome that PlayStation was teasing their own version of Game Pass. But the way you're acting, you're making it sound like this is about to shut down Game Pass. Like Microsoft is going to see this competition and then just close down Game Pass because they're too scared to do anything. And I feel like that clip right there kind of highlights the mentality that a lot of fanboys have, where they think everybody is in their mindset, that being, oh, something good happened for the opposing brand, man, I'm upset about that now. But if something good happens to my favorite brand, then I'm gonna be happy about that, and other people should be upset. No, dude, barely anybody thinks this way. And the people who do, let's just say you shouldn't take them too seriously and call it there.
Give me your face. Some of you are little dogs right now, right? You pooped on the carpet, and now I have to put your face in the poop so you can see what you did is bad. Give me your faces, Xbox. Nigga, they got Game Pass, though. You can't beat Game Pass. What did I tell you? What did I fucking tell you guys? Oh.
I just can't get over the fact that this man is censoring himself in real time. Like, dude, you just say the N-word so casually in other videos and streams. Just say the word. I'm pretty sure we're more than 30 seconds into the video at this point. But can we talk about that little fantasy that Lucas has? He wants to take the faces of Xbox players and put them in the poop. Oh god, that made me uncomfortable just saying that. But I just love how much he's celebrating this when he's just reading an article saying that PlayStation is teasing a response. There's no information out on it at the time, and he's still celebrating it like PlayStation has already destroyed Xbox.
Do you think that PlayStation is gonna come up with something to combat Game Pass? Is that what you think? So now, y'all about to lose the Game Pass and have no games and no exclusives. But Lucas, Bethesda, Lucas, Bethesda, Bethesda.
Okay, before I make my points right here, can we talk about how it sounded like he accidentally turned on auto-tune for a second? I can't be the only one who heard it. Here, I'll play it again. Please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks it sounds like he accidentally hit a button on his keyboard or something. But with that aside, how is Xbox about to lose Game Pass? Is it about to get Thanos snapped out of existence because PlayStation is making a competitor? With that logic, the PlayStation should have been lost as soon as the Xbox got released. So I have no idea what that has to do with anything. And last I checked, the Xbox still has thousands of games on it, so that didn't really age well now, did it? And if by exclusives you mean they're only on Xbox and not on PC as well, then yeah, Sony's starting to run dry on those. Hell, like J-Tech pointed out, more games came out for PC from Sony this year than for PlayStation. The irony is beautiful. Although I guess he kind of did predict 2022 for Xbox in terms of not releasing anything. But you know what? Xbox is starting off this year with an Oreos collaboration. If that's any indicator, then I bet Starfield and Redfall are about to be heat.
What? Really? Pretty sure Bethesda came out and said, no, it's coming to the PlayStation, but it'll be better on the Xbox. God, dog. Oh, did that hurt? Did that hurt, Xbox? Huh?
No, it didn't really hurt me. If you actually got hurt by that, then chances are you're probably an Xbox fanboy. I'm pretty sure most people on Xbox don't have a problem with PlayStation users being able to play Bethesda games. But at the same time, no, I can't recall a time where Bethesda said the games were still coming out on PS4 and 5. Any games with contractual obligations are still coming out on PlayStation, but besides that, they're going exclusive to Xbox. Starfield is the biggest and most obvious example. That game never had a contractual obligation to appear on the PlayStation. Therefore, Microsoft has made it exclusive to Xbox and PC. It really sucks that it happened, and I wish it was still going to PlayStation, but there's not really much we can do about it. But please, God, just let Starfield be a good game. Not just because I always want games to succeed, but also because the amount of salt that will be produced if Starfield is a massive success will be incredible.
Did your little freaking trash can of a console? Because it's not a gaming console, it's a console. It's a console for Netflix. So you can watch, I don't know, what's the popular? You can watch The Boys in 4K. That's what it's for. What's this Bethesda? No, giving up Bethesda. But they'll be first or better on Xbox. Oh, okay, sure. By all means, bruh. By all means. Now,
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't watched The Boys. I probably should, but isn't that on Amazon Prime, not Netflix? So great job there. And even if the Bethesda games were still going to PlayStation, yes, they would be better on the Xbox because it's the more powerful hardware. The better part pretty much goes for any multi-plat game. And I can't remember if Bethesda was actually saying that, oh, they would be first on Xbox or they would come to PlayStation after. But damn, that didn't age well either. And like I said, that really sucks. It sucks that anybody on PlayStation who wants to play Starfield has to get an Xbox or a PC. Then again, at least Microsoft gives the option of owning it on PC. If Sony bought Bethesda, you already know Starfield would be exclusive for like 5 years.
You could have faith when it came to the first part. I'll give you that. Maybe you have faith when it comes to the first part. That, hey, what they mean is the same thing with what happened with Horizon Zero Dawn, where you wait 3 years and then it comes out in PC or something. Okay, sure. Do I think that's gonna be the case? No. Nope. First or better. We all know what that means. Well, we can't just say it's gonna be on the PS5. We can't say it's gonna be on the PS5, right? We can't. We just can't. We have to give them some hope.
Well, unfortunately, they did give the PS5 owners hope by saying, oh yeah, it's gonna come at some point, and now they've completely shut that down. Although when Lucas says, oh, we gotta give them hope, the them he's talking about is the Xbox players who he thinks would actually take pride and joy in the fact that PlayStation players couldn't play Starfield. Again, there's this complete disconnect between his brain and reality. Most Xbox players, I guarantee, are upset that their friends on PlayStation can't enjoy these Bethesda games now. Or at the very least, they don't really care either way. But I guarantee very few people are actually celebrating that.
We have to give them some hope. What about the game, man? Okay, we got game. What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now with yourself, huh? What are you doing with your life right now if you got an Xbox? I already told you this. Look at Bethesda gonna come out with exclusives that's gonna blow God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit Become Human, and gonna blow all of them out the water. Ghost of Tsushima.
I love that awkward pause as he was thinking of another game to say. And also, what does any of this have to do with Bethesda making better games than Sony? I mean, sure, it's gonna be difficult because Sony makes some great games, but it's definitely possible. Also, fun fact, Sony did not make Spider-Man. They outsourced Spider-Man to Insomniac, who they did not own at the time of the game's release. Because, you know, Spider-Man, the movie character, is owned by Sony, and he was back then as well. And since Marvel and Sony were already buddy-buddy, Marvel approached Sony and said, hey, can you publish a game based off of one of our superheroes? So then Sony and Marvel talked, and then Insomniac got talking with them as well. And in the end, they agreed on a Spider-Man game. But you have to remember, this was before Insomniac was owned by Sony. So Sony did not make that game. And I find it very hypocritical whenever PlayStation fanboys, they say, oh, Sony creates, Microsoft buys everything. When Sony was just outsourcing to Insomniac for over 18 years. Sorry for that little mini rant. I just felt like I really needed to clear that up.
What are you gonna do now, huh? What are you gonna do now, Xbot? What are you gonna do now? Did I not tell you? Did I not tell you? I was like, yo, if you think that Sony is not paying attention to the moves that Microsoft is making, Xbox is making with their Game Pass and whatnot, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You're in denial right now. You're in denial right now.
Who's in denial? What Xbox fanboy has come to you and openly expressed how upset they are about this? If anything, it's good for Xbox players as well, because that means Microsoft has to provide competition. Like you have said in some of your streams, competition breeds excellence. Even though every time Microsoft tries to compete, you have a mental breakdown. You did get that right, at least. Competition does breed excellence. And also, Lucas, the only one in denial right now is you, because you're just coping with the fact that Starfield isn't gonna be on PlayStation. You're desperately clinging onto these articles that say first or better, and you're like, oh, well, they can't offend those damn Xbots by saying, oh, it's still coming to PlayStation anyway. That's why they're saying first or better. It was not why they were saying first or better.
Oh, it feels good. Oh, it feels, ooh. I got a good healthy laugh when I read this. Oh man, my stomach hurt when I read this. My stomach hurt when I read this. I got a good healthy laugh, just ha ha, ho ho. I got a Santa laugh when I read this. Cause I know people are gonna, the monsters. Oh, I got a good Santa Claus laugh. Ho ho, ho 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 ho, ho 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 ho.
I mean, I guess it takes one to know one, Lucas. You are the biggest monster ever. Remember when they announced Spider-Man was coming to PC? Or how about when Elden Ring won Game of the Year? Man's cried enough tears to fill a swimming pool. But it wouldn't be safe for humans to swim in. It would have to be for fish because of all the salt. And I remember hopping onto Fratanga's stream after I ended my stream on the night of the Game Awards. Oh my god, that man was dying of laughter. That was the hardest I think I've seen anybody laugh in my entire life. You know what? As much of a fanboy as you are, Lucas, I will give you this. You are incredibly entertaining.
When you get Game Pass. Do you think people are unaware of that? Do you think Sony's going, this Game Pass? What shall I ever do with this Game Pass that they speak of? This Game Pass? Have you heard about this Game Pass? What is this Game Pass? Or do you think they were gonna do the Apple route? Oh, they got Game Pass? Oh, okay, that's interesting. Can you give me a piece of paper? Give me a piece of paper. I got a few things to write down. They got a Game Pass? Okay. Game Pass. What does it do exactly? Oh, it doesn't? What else? What else does it do? Oh, really?
Look, Lucas, I know you're trying to defend PlayStation here, but you're kind of doing the opposite. Look, I understand Apple's an extremely successful corporation. I mean, no duh, obviously. But typically when people compare other corporations to Apple, it's most of the time in a negative way. Either making overpriced products or what you're doing right here, which is just basically saying that they're copying Microsoft. So much for all that originality the fanboys love to speak of. But yeah, if you're trying to defend a company, maybe don't compare them to Apple. Unless you're talking about how much money they make. But yeah, nobody was saying that Sony wasn't looking at Game Pass and saying, oh, we should try that. In fact, I'm pretty sure most people expected it to happen. I just don't understand why you're acting like it's such a bad thing for Xbox players. This helps everyone because now Microsoft has to compete more. Like you said, Lucas, competition breeds excellence.
That's interesting. And you don't think they're gonna come out with something that's probably bigger and greater than what y'all got right now? Hell, even if they just literally mimic what Xbox is doing, it'll be greater. Because we have better exclusives, that's why. We have better games, that's why. If they do exactly, literally, I'm talking about they don't change anything, they just copy the homework. Copy it verbatim, it'll blow you out the water. Why? Because this is what, you know how Arby's got the beef? We got the beef. Well, PlayStation got the games, bruh. We got the games. We got the games.
I mean, whether or not PlayStation has the better games is entirely subjective. Don't get me wrong, I think PlayStation has the better games and I've never even owned a PlayStation. But that's one man's opinion, just like yours. Just because you think their games are better does not mean the service is automatically gonna be better. And on top of that, can we just talk about how poorly this aged? Because, in fact, they did not copy it verbatim. It has a higher asking price, and it doesn't release games day and date. So even if you do think PlayStation games are better than Xbox games, which to be fair, I think a lot of people would agree that's true. But even if you agree with that, yes, the game selection might be better on PS Plus, but the value isn't necessarily there like it is with Game Pass. Game Pass is cheaper, releases games day and date, and you don't have to pay an even higher price to get access to backwards compatibility. So there's definitely a case to be made for both sides.
Y'all talking about your 4K, 800K, 120,000 frames per second. With what? Gunk? With what? Sea of Thieves? With what? With what? With what? With what? What?
Hey, don't be throwing shade at Sea of Thieves. That game was a disaster when it came out, but it's awesome now. And hey, at least Xbox players can get their upgrades for free. Sony charges a $10 upgrade fee. And how many of their backwards compatible games were actually enhanced? I need to know. Can somebody let me know? I cannot find anything online about it. Like, if you own a lot of the old PS4 games or PS3, whatever, can you like tell me if they actually get upgraded or not? And if so, if it's free or not? I legitimately looked for about 10 minutes online and I could not find a single thing.
Right now, the fight is between PlayStation and the PC. That's it. We're not even having Xbox in the conversation anymore. All right? I'm sorry. I try to be, to be nice, to be cordial. We're no longer including you in this console war. Because it's no longer a war. All right?
I mean, you say Xbox isn't even in this anymore, but yet you keep talking about them. You cannot stop bringing them up. Same thing with JTech. I looked at his Twitter account the other day just because I was curious. Good God almighty. That man spends more time talking about Xbox than he does PlayStation. But I mean, seriously though, for somebody saying that Xbox isn't even in the competition, you sure do love to talk about them a lot. And also, you want to put up the PC and the PS5 against each other? Okay, yeah, sure, bud. Let's see how that goes. Because here we are 2 years later, and you made a video saying how much better Spider-Man was on PC than the PS5. Oh, the irony is delicious.
This is a game battle. We'll put that. It's a gaming war. It's no longer a console war because PS5 is superior. It's simple as that. So it's a PS5 versus the PC. That's a fight I'd like to see. Hell, we'll substitute the Xbox with the Switch. Because right now, the Switch is making the Xbox look bad. Just damn. The Switch is looking at Xbox like, are y'all for real right now?
I mean, to be fair, especially at the time that this video was uploaded by Lucas, the Switch was looking at everybody like, what are you doing? Has the Switch outsold the PS4 yet? I'm not sure. If it hasn't, I'm pretty sure it's pretty damn close. But trust me, dude, you do not want the PS5 and the PC to duke it out. That scenario would be like if somebody punched a brick wall at full force, the PS5 being the person and the PC being the wall. You know, if you punch a brick wall, the brick wall punches back, and fun fact, brick walls don't really feel pain. And something else I just noticed, he's saying, oh, the Switch is crushing the Xbox, but then in his little example, he has the Switch look up. Wouldn't it make more sense for the Switch to look down on the Xbox? You know, I'm not like an English teacher or anything. I don't like to get super deep into all the metaphorical stuff, but I mean, come on. Typically, if you look up at something or someone, that means you're inferior to it.
Y'all ain't got nothing. I mean, we got Breath of the Wild. If you bought an Xbox, I don't know if I can be your friend. I know I was talking about cancel culture, but I don't think I can be your friend anymore. If you actually, on your own volition, without a gun to your head, bought an Xbox and didn't think, oh, I'm gonna resell it and charge them more money, I can't be your friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to draw the line. I can't be your friend anymore. I can't have people like that making those poor decisions around me, because it may influence me. It may influence me. I can't have you in my life. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn, guys, I owned an Xbox for like 8 years. I guess I can't be the amazing Lucas's friend. This is so sad. I can't believe I've missed out on this truly incredible opportunity to be friends with this guy. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell my PC right now and get a PS5 so me and Lucas can be friends. I just couldn't bear to live my life knowing that I didn't have the opportunity to be his friend. But in all seriousness, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I thought we'd take a bit of a trip down memory lane, not because I've covered this video before, but just because this video is a classic. Because apparently PlayStation destroyed Microsoft with their own Game Pass 2 years before it even came out. That's just how incredible PlayStation is, I guess. But yeah, anyway, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will catch you all next time.